Imagine waking up every morning with a clear mission, not to impress others, not to chase someone else's dream, but to become the best version of yourself. Too many of us spend our days consumed by comparison, distracted by opinions, and trapped in cycles of seeking validation. But what if for 1 year, just 1 year, you made yourself the priority? What if in 2025, you focus solely on your growth, your peace, and your purpose? Great leaders, great innovators, and great achievers have one thing in common. They don't waste energy on things they can't control. They invest in themselves, their habits, their mindset. And that is what I want you to do. Because the truth is, when you focus on yourself, everything changes. Your confidence grows, your vision becomes clear, and most importantly, you take back the power to shape your own future. So today, let's talk about why 2025 is the year you stop watching others and start building yourself. Let's begin. From the moment we are born, we are conditioned to seek approval. As children, we look to our parents for reassurance. As teenagers, we crave acceptance from our peers. And as adults, we chase likes, compliments, and recognition, believing that our worth is tied to how others perceive us. But the reality is, no amount of validation from the outside world will ever be enough if you don't first validate yourself. Seeking approval becomes a trap. You start tailoring your actions to fit the expectations of others, molding yourself into what you think will be accepted rather than who you truly are. You hesitate to take risks, fearing criticism. You silence your own voice to avoid conflict. You let external opinions dictate your choices, and before you know it, you've built a life based on what pleases others rather than what fulfills you. The truth is, validation is fleeting. It's conditional. One day people praise you, the next they criticize you. If your self-worth is dependent on their opinions, you will live in a constant state of insecurity, always chasing approval that never lasts. But when you realize that your value is inherent, that it isn't something that needs to be earned or proved, you take back control. Focusing on external validation distracts you from your own purpose. You don't need permission to pursue your goals. You don't need likes to confirm your beauty, intelligence, or abilities. You don't need applause to affirm your success. The moment you stop waiting for others to validate you is the moment you become free. Free to make bold decisions. Free to embrace your uniqueness. Free to walk your own path without hesitation. The world does not get to decide your worth. You do. Setting clear goals that align with your vision, not society's expectations, is one of the most powerful things you can do for yourself. Too often, people chase goals that were never truly theirs to begin with. They go to college because they were told it's the right thing to do. They take jobs that impress others rather than fulfill them. They strive for milestones, marriage, a house, a title, not because they deeply desire them, but because society has convinced them they should. But here's the truth. A goal that isn't yours will never fulfill you. It might bring temporary satisfaction, but deep down, there will always be a sense of emptiness. You will find yourself working hard, yet feeling unfulfilled. Achieving things, yet questioning why they don't bring the joy you expected. That's because success without alignment is meaningless. Instead of living by someone else's definition of success, take a step back and ask yourself, what do I truly want? Not what my parents want, not what my friends expect, not what social media glorifies. What do I want? When you set goals that are rooted in your own values, passions, and vision, everything changes. You no longer need external motivation because your drive comes from within. Challenges become easier to overcome because your why is strong. The key is to get brutally honest with yourself. Strip away societal expectations. Ignore the pressure to conform. Define success on your own terms and pursue it relentlessly. Because when your goals are truly yours, the journey becomes meaningful and every step forward feels like progress, not obligation. Prioritizing self-discipline over fleeting motivation is what separates those who dream from those who achieve. Motivation is unreliable. It comes in waves. Some days you feel unstoppable, and other days you struggle to take even the smallest step forward. If you rely solely on motivation, you will make progress only when you feel like it. But true success isn't built on feelings. It's built on discipline. Discipline means doing what needs to be done even when you don't want to. It means showing up for yourself on the days when excuses seem justified. It's waking up early when you'd rather sleep in. It's putting in the extra effort when no one is watching. It's saying no to distractions that pull you away from your purpose. Discipline is the quiet force that keeps you moving forward long after motivation fades. Think about the people you admire, great athletes, successful entrepreneurs, world-changing leaders. They didn't get there because they were always motivated. They got there because they built systems, habits, and routines that kept them consistent. They trained when they were tired. They worked when they weren't in the mood. They didn't wait for inspiration. They created it through action. Most people fail not because they lack talent or opportunity, but because they lack discipline. They start strong, but when excitement wears off, they quit. The key to long-term success is developing habits that keep you committed regardless of how you feel. Discipline is the bridge between where you are and where you want to be. The more you train yourself to take action without waiting for motivation, the more unstoppable you become. Protecting your energy, cutting off distractions and toxic influences is essential if you want to focus on yourself and truly grow. Energy is your most valuable resource, yet most people waste it on things that drain them rather than fuel them. They give time to negativity, attention to meaningless distractions, and access to people who do nothing but hold them back. If you are serious about becoming the best version of yourself, you must become intentional about where your energy goes. Distractions are everywhere. Social media, endless notifications, gossip, mindless entertainment. These things steal your focus, rob you of productivity, and leave you feeling empty. Every time you allow yourself to get pulled into someone else's drama or spend hours consuming content that adds nothing to your growth, you are giving away pieces of yourself. Over time, this leads to frustration because deep down, you know you are capable of more. Then there are toxic influences, the people who drain your energy with their negativity, criticism, and lack of ambition. Some people will never support your growth because it reminds them of their own stagnation. They will question your choices, belittle your goals, and make you doubt yourself. Keeping them in your life only slows you down. Growth requires you to make tough choices. Sometimes that means distancing yourself from those who don't align with the future you're building. Your energy is limited. You can spend it on things that move you forward, or you can waste it on distractions and negativity. The choice is yours. The more you guard your energy, the more focused, productive, and unstoppable you become. Investing in your skills, knowledge, and personal growth daily is the greatest commitment you can make to yourself. The world is constantly evolving, and those who refuse to learn, adapt, and grow are left behind. Too many people wait for opportunities instead of preparing for them. They wish for success, but fail to develop the skills required to achieve it. If you want to stand out, if you want to build a life on your own terms, You must make growth a daily habit. Knowledge is power, but only when applied. Reading books, listening to insightful podcasts, and learning from mentors can transform your mindset, but the real change happens when you implement what you learn. Every day is an opportunity to get better, whether it's improving your communication, mastering a new skill, or developing emotional intelligence. The small efforts you make today compound over time. Most people stop learning the moment they leave school, believing that growth is optional. But the most successful people in the world know that learning never stops. They dedicate time each day to expanding their knowledge, refining their skills, and pushing beyond their comfort zones. They understand that personal growth is not an event, it's a lifelong process. The key is consistency. Growth isn't about making huge leaps overnight. It's about committing to small, daily improvements. Even 1% progress every day leads to massive transformation over time. The more you invest in yourself, the more valuable you become to your career, your relationships, and most importantly, yourself. Learning to say no without guilt, understanding that your time is your greatest asset, is one of the most powerful skills you can develop. Too many people feel obligated to say yes to everything, every request, every invitation, every demand for their time and energy, out of fear of disappointing others. But every time you say yes to something that doesn't align with your goals, you are saying no to something that does. Your time is limited. You only have so many hours in a day, and how you choose to spend them determines the quality of your life. If you constantly prioritize other people's needs over your own, you will find yourself exhausted, overwhelmed, and unable to make progress toward your own goals. It's not selfish to protect your time, it's necessary. The ability to say no is about setting boundaries. It's about recognizing that not every opportunity is worth your attention. Not every relationship deserves your energy, and not every request requires your approval. People who value you will respect your boundaries. Those who don't were only interested in what they could get from you. The truth is, you cannot pour into others if you are constantly running on empty. Saying no allows you to focus on what truly matters: your growth, your peace, and your purpose. The more you protect your time, the more you create space for what moves you forward. Focusing on consistency, not perfection, is the key to real progress. Too many people never start because they fear they won't be perfect. They hesitate, overthink, and wait for the right time, only to find that time never comes. The truth is, perfection is an illusion. It's an excuse that keeps you stuck. What matters is showing up day after day and putting in the work, no matter how small. Success is built on small, consistent actions. It's not about making massive leaps overnight. It's about committing to daily progress. Whether it's improving your skills, building better habits, or working toward your goals, what you do repeatedly matters more than what you do once in a while. The best athletes don't train only when they feel inspired. They train every day. The best entrepreneurs don't wait for the perfect plan. They take action and adjust along the way. When you chase perfection, you set yourself up for frustration. You will always find flaws, always feel like you could have done better, and always hesitate to take action. But when you embrace consistency, you understand that every small effort adds up. The first step won't be perfect, The second step won't be either, but each step forward builds momentum, and momentum leads to results. The goal is progress, not flawlessness. Focus on improving just 1% every day. Stay consistent, keep going, and trust that the process will lead you exactly where you need to be. Letting go of comparison is one of the most liberating things you can do for yourself. Too many people waste their energy measuring their progress against others, constantly looking at what someone else has, where they are in life, or how they appear to be doing better. But comparison is a distraction. It pulls you away from your own path and makes you doubt your own journey. The truth is, no two people have the same starting point, the same circumstances, or the same challenges. Social media has made it even worse, showing only the highlights of people's lives while hiding their struggles. You see someone's success, but you don't see the years of failure, rejection, and effort that got them there. Comparing your behind the scenes to someone else's highlight reel is unfair to yourself. The only person you should compare yourself to is who you were yesterday. Are you improving? Are you learning? Are you making progress toward your own goals? That's what matters. The moment you shift your focus from competition to self-improvement, you regain control. You stop feeling inadequate and you start appreciating your own growth. Your journey is unique. Your timing is different. Stop looking sideways. Focus on your own progress, trust your path, and keep moving forward. Building a routine that fuels your mind, body, and soul is the foundation of a successful and balanced life. Too many people let their days slip away without intentional planning. They wake up to chaos, react to the demands of the day, and end up feeling drained and unfulfilled. But a routine is more than just a way to structure your day. It's a tool to set yourself up for success, peace, and personal growth. A strong morning routine sets the tone for the entire day. It doesn't need to be complex, but it should be purposeful. Whether it's exercising, reading, journaling, or meditating, the first moments of your day are when you prime your mind and body for what's to come. The habits you cultivate early in the day build momentum, creating a sense of control and focus. But your routine should go beyond just the morning. Consider your evenings as well. What you do before bed directly impacts your sleep and how you show up the next day. Establish habits that allow you to wind down, reflect, and prepare for tomorrow. The key to success isn't doing everything all at once, but consistently making choices that support your well-being and your goals. When your routine is aligned with your values, you don't feel like you're just getting through the day. You feel like you're intentionally creating the life you want. Every day becomes an opportunity to invest in your future. And the more you build your routine around nurturing your mind, body, and soul, the stronger, more resilient, and more focused you become. Trusting the process is essential to long-term success. It's easy to feel discouraged when progress seems slow or results aren't immediate. In a world that thrives on instant gratification, patience can feel like a weakness. But the truth is, the most meaningful growth happens gradually. It's the small, consistent actions taken every day that build towards something bigger than you can imagine in the moment. When you trust the process, you embrace the idea that progress isn't always linear. There will be setbacks, challenges, and times when you question if you're on the right path. But every step, even the failures, is a part of the journey. They are lessons that shape your success. Those who succeed don't give up because things aren't moving as quickly as they'd like. They understand that every challenge is an opportunity to grow, and every small win is a step closer to the bigger goal. Trusting the process means you stop chasing shortcuts and quick fixes. You trust that as long as you keep showing up, your efforts will compound over time. You stop focusing on immediate results and start focusing on the long-term impact of your consistent actions. The more you trust the process, the more you allow yourself to relax into your journey, knowing that all your hard work will pay off when the time is right. As we stand on the threshold of 2025, remember that the most important person you need to focus on is you. The world will try to pull you in countless directions, telling you how to live, what to chase, and who to be. But none of that matters unless you first prioritize your own growth, peace, and purpose. This year, stop seeking validation from others. Set clear goals that align with your vision, not society's expectations. Build habits of self-discipline, protect your energy from distractions and negativity, and invest in yourself every day. Learn to say no without guilt, focusing on what truly serves you. Let go of perfection and embrace consistency in your actions. Stop comparing your journey to anyone else's and create your own path. Build a routine that supports your mind, body, and soul. Trust the process, knowing that every step you take is leading you closer to the life you deserve. 2025 is your year to rise, to take control of your future, and to focus on becoming the person you are meant to be. You have everything it takes within you. Now it's time to make it happen.